a pretty big conversation, you know, especially now since there's Jokic is covering some ground. But who do you have as your MVP? Like, do you have a clear cut MVP? I know we bring this up, every 20 games or so, but has it changed over the course of the year, and or
I
has
mean,
anyone else snuck up as well?
dog. People change MVP every day. One guy will have one good game, and he'll be like, "Oh, he's the MVP," and the next man will have the next week. Oh yeah, he's the MVP.
Facts.
But no, but Shay's been my MVP for what 3 4 months now. It
Hmm.
belongs to him now, man. I don't see it going to Jokic, especially how he took off like what 6 7 games because of an ankle injury and stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
he lost some momentum. Obviously he was injured, not his fault, but I think that just is going to be held against him. I think odds makers have him as has Shea as like the number one winner for the MVP award. But forget all of that, bro. Like, it's not even about. Yeah, I feel like MVP turned into a Shea versus Jokic thing when I don't think it needs to be like that. I just think it needs to be who brought more value to their team with respect to being successful and winning on the court, and that was Shea, bro. Like what? They're number
Hmm.
one in the whole entire NBA now. Not even just the Western Conference. They're number one in the whole entire West. I'm sorry, NBA. Sorry,
Yeah.
and the offense runs through Shea. Like you cannot doubt that. I see people saying, "Oh, Shea has a great team and stuff like that." Sure, he has guys that buy into their role and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the OKC Thunder go as far as Shea does. I think he leads the league in the amount of 30-point games, 40-point games, and 50-point games this season. So
Jeez.
when it comes to like points need to be put on the board in order for a team to win. And he's
Yeah.
putting up the most points even per game. He's what 32, 33 right now at a
Hmm.
52% clip. So he's doing it very efficiently. Um, so
Facts.
I mean, he's having a historic season. People always talk about they want like a Jordan like Kobe like player. Shea's kind of close to that. You know what I'm trying to say? I know Anthony Edwards was always being fumbled around as that next, guy, but based on the efficiency and how he plays and how he moves and stuff like that, bro, Shea's got to be MVP, bro. Like we cannot rob him again. Like there's no way Jokic wins it this year. There's no way. There's no way. I'm sorry.
I mean, Jokic is having a great year as well, but I
For
mean,
sure.
you know, when you kind of look at the gap that OKC has over, any other team, like Cleveland started out 17-0 or 16-0, and OKC came and is in first place in the league now. So that's a crazy makeup to make, right?
I remember they
The,
you'll remember they have two 15 game winning streaks, Cleveland, and they have three 12 game winning streaks. And
wow,
OKC's still first in the NBA. That's crazy.
that's kind of crazy. That's a crazy stat. But yeah, and given the fact that in the West they're up 10 games over second place. So that's a huge gap in what was supposed to be the tough West, right? Well, it is, right?
It is,
So
yeah.
that's still a pretty admirable feat. But also when you look at, like, everyone likes to say Shea is like a huge free throw getter and he gets X amount of free throws a game. Even when you
Bruh.
take away the free throws, I saw a couple stats. He's still, the lead leaguer, the lead in points per game leader in the league. So, sure it adds to his points, but he's already doing enough in 3 quarters. Like, he's still one of those players that's playing 3 quarters a game. So he could be averaging 38. You know what I mean? So
Fact. But even if you compared it to a lot of the MVPs of the past, they've
yeah,
averaged way more free throws, and nobody ever called them a free throw merchant and stuff like that.
James
And
Harden.
like I
Yep.
don't know, people like when you say free throw merchant, it implies that just because he's on the court, he's getting called. No,
Yeah.
Shea leads the league in drives to the basket. He's third in transition points. So what does that tell you? He attacks. And because he's so hard to guard when he attacks the rim and stuff like that, like as much as he does, he's more than likely going to get fouled because guys can't contain him. So I hate when people say the free throw merchant thing because it shows me you don't watch ball, bro. Because it's like if a man is getting to the free throw line, it means he cannot be guarded, and the
Yeah.
only thing to do to guard him is to foul him, and that's what they did
Yeah.
to like what James Harden. That's happened to James Harden a lot. Like you saw, like bro, you watched James Harden in Houston, bro. Like bro, like the man used to dance over everybody. Nobody
Yep.
can stop him from getting to the basket or hitting that three. You know what I'm trying to say? And
Facts.
like that's all you can do is not hurt him, but like let him know, like, bro, I'm here. You know what I'm trying to say? So,
Yeah,
bro, I hate that narrative, bro. It bothers me a
yeah,
lot. So,
yeah. No, it's such a fan narrative. Like fans like to just cry that when their team gets beat or you know what I mean. Like, so
he's free
I,
power too.
people like us, we're not experts, but we'll drown out that kind of nonsense. So that's facts. But
Oh, what?
I I think for me it is Shea as well. I mean, nobody else is doing it like him as efficiently as him as well. So you got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. Right?
I guess
Jokic
you're
was
gonna win
getting
your bet.
close. Jokic was getting, yeah. I'm definitely gonna win my Christmas bet, but I didn't forget that. But
I know,
we'll see.
bro. I haven't
Let's see.
forgotten
Let's
either.
see. Right? At the end of the day, the votes have to come in, and we still have another pretty much 6 weeks to go.